final innings in the game are more important as we go through the game, because that's where the game has a tendency to fall apart. 0-0 in the fifth, and then the team that kind of takes the edge is probably one that's going to end up winning, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to transition into a double hop. So I've been talking about this single leg load to get energy out of the back leg. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a double hop that's going to get more energy out of the leg, because we're jumping and pushing harder into the leg. At the same time, we're developing more balance as we go through this movement. So this is more dynamic than a regular throw or a pitch, right? But if you can throw and control it through this movement and get more energy out of it and speed up your top half to match the lower half energy, it's easier to dial it back down on the mound. Okay, so Logan, you come over here to this side. You're gonna throw with me. Okay, so we're gonna go double hop. Be ready, it's coming a little bit. Okay, so what we're doing is we're trying to get more out of the back leg to fire. One more, right? And I'm still working on mechanics. I'm still working on location to double hop that through. Okay, Logan, go for it. Now, as a coach, what I'm looking for is he staying close through his throw? Get another, finish the ball. Is he staying close? Now, what we want to do is, on this double hop drill, this is more advanced, are they leading with the back pocket? Are they showing the back shoulder? Are they showing the back heel? And can they stay in control as they go through that throw? If they can be in control through this movement, so much easier on the mound, because you don't have this extra hopping movement, right? Okay, so as I bring my players in and we're going through this double hop, coaches or catchers, so right now he's standing up, he's giving a target here, give me a half squat. Yeah, there you go. So now we're kind of getting in a little bit more pitcher-catcher mode right here, and I'm gonna try to dial that thing in. And as we bring that in closer into actual pitching distance, okay, go ahead and give me a full squat now. Okay, there we go. One more. Okay, give me a half squat first. 2. Don't baby. Go ahead and throw it. Okay, full squat. Stay close, stay close. Okay, hold up 1 second. Okay, so this drill is not just for getting that back engine, that back leg, the engine going, but also how are we leading? Like, how are we leading? Now, there's something called a first move. There's something called a first move. On the mound, because there's a slope to the mound, if you have a first good move, you're gonna gain a huge benefit. And that the idea is, when you start your movement and you lift this leg, and this knee should be coming to the right shoulder, instead of just staying straight up and having an up, down, glide, up, down, glide, some pitchers do that, but that's not a first move, right? You are getting energy into the ground and you're getting it back, but then you're diverting it into a horizontal way here. A first move is pushing into the ball of the foot. That knee is tweaking forward slightly, and what we're doing is, okay, if Den's my target, you guys are like my third base here. What you're doing is you're moving, allowing gravity off that slope to get you moving down the hill before you break with the ball. So I'm holding, and I'm using that. I've already got velocity without even breaking the ball from my glove, because I'm moving with velocity down the hill. That's what's called a first move. In addition to that, as you move, the knee is getting into the right position, which is going to be bent to put energy in. You're pushing the ball of the foot, and that knee is creating a spring effect inward as you go downhill. Right? So some pitchers, let me remind you, some pitchers do a up, down, glide, but the first move is the one that's going to give you the better results. Velocity, accuracy, and when I'm moving first move downhill, where am I moving? Towards the target. Up, down, glide, I'm going up first, down second, and then I have to redivert that movement energy into a different direction. That gives you an extra variable in the equation, plus you're losing energy. And let me say that again. You're adding an extra variable to the equation. For every variable that you add at the pitcher's mound, mechanically, movement, twist, this, that, remember, it gets magnified as the ball gets closer and closer to the plate, where the plate is only 17 inches across. And the strike zone is only this big. For younger players, it's like this big. It gets harder and harder to hit that, to solve the equation, if you add more and more variables to the equation. So we want to minimize the number of variables in the equation. First move is eliminating the up, down, glide. There's 3 variables. First move, I'm moving in one direction, straight down the slope. Okay, so let me do a double hop again. So the double hop, quiet, 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 first move, boom. Okay. Now a lot of people say, hey coach, how do you throw so accurate? Putting all these pieces together. Understanding what it is and what it's not, and understanding, well, if I do this with my arm and my glove and I'm doing all this and I'm moving, it's up, down, glide, blah, 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 15 variables. Anybody that knows a little bit of math, that's an impossible equation to solve. Okay, so now after we've done the double hop drills, okay, we're gonna go into flat ground. Okay, flat ground is where we reverse engineer the mechanics and the pitch and get them at the end to be in game mode. Okay, so let's do it on a plate here. We'll do it in front.